Beech Bend is an amusement park located in Warren Country, Kentucky, and with it being home to almost 40 attractions, there is no wonder it is so popular. However, today we are going to count down the top 10 rides at Beech Bend. Starting off at number 10, we have Tornado, and no matter whether you want to spin more than you have ever spun before, or you are just looking for another fun family ride, then this is sure to blow you away. Ding ding. Okay, that was a horrendous joke. However, this ride sure isn't. With once you have boarded one of the many 4-person ride vehicles, not only will you spin around by a central machine, but by using the wheel in the centre, similar to your average teacup rides, you can make yourself spin as fast as your heart's content, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Who here loves bumper cars and laser tag? Well, of course you do, but do you know that our number 9 spot, Laser Fury 360, combines both of these beloved rides into one amazing attraction, with you being able to shoot lasers at each other whilst also bumping around in a specially designed car. However, we are still not at the best part yet, as when you get hit by a laser, instead of deducting points from your score, you will be flipped upside down and all over the place, creating, let's just say, a pretty crazy experience if you are constantly hit, and also one that will never, ever be forgotten. For our number 8 spot on our top 10 list, things are starting to become a lot crazier, as we have Sizzler, the park's, believe it or not, Sizzler ride, and therefore with this being so common all around the world, first of all, if you are visiting the park on a busy day, then we would suggest riding the more unique attractions first. Yet if you do get a chance to ride, you will definitely not be disappointed with your 3-person gondola being spun around in circles whilst also being spun once again by a central machine. And you do not need to be a rocket scientist to know that is intense. Are you heading to Beech Bend on a hot Kentucky day? Well, if the answer is yes, then you must take a ride on our number 7 spot, Whitewater Express, because as you can probably guess by the name, this is the park's log flume, and it will get you very wet. And you will not be wrong, as unlike your typical log flume, where you may head around a lot of rapid waters, as well as maybe even a drop, on Whitewater Express, not only will you do all of this, but you will also head down not 1, but 2 drops, with one of them featuring a bounce and definitely finishing off the ride with a splash. You can't have a theme park without a classic pirate ship, and Beech Bend is no exception. As for our number 6 spot, we have Sea Dragon, and I do not want to keep dragging on and on and on about this ride, but it is plain down amazing. Ding ding. Okay, jokes aside though, despite this being another very common ride, with it rocking you back and forth, higher and higher for 2 minutes, you are sure to have such a great time. And so when also taking into account that this was previously at Michael Jackson's Neverland Park, I would feel wrong not putting it on our top 10 list. Top 5, and coming in for this position, make sure to get your sick bags at the ready, as we have Air Race. The ride has taken the word petrifying quite literally to the next level. Now of course it would not be a theme park ride without flipping or twisting you upside down, and this ride is no different. Yet what brings it to the next level is the fact that not only will your plane be spun in circles, but it will also be constantly rotated upside down. And yes, you did hear me right there guys, upside down, providing, let's just say, an awful lot of hang time and thrills. It is time for our first coaster on the list. As for our number 4 spot, we have Wild Mouse, and even though these rides are not always a fan favourite, with it being one of only 50 Zamperla Wild Mouses, it definitely packs a punch, with once you have boarded one of the many creatively designed mouse cars, you will be able to scurry around many classic Wild Mouse twists and turns, drops, as well as airtime hills, which is pretty cool if you ask me. For me, however, what makes this ride so great is the halfway through section, as your mouse will begin to spin around freely, really bringing the wild to the Wild Mouse. Here we are at the top 3 rides at the park, and for our number 3 spot, we have Vortex, Beech Bend's pendulum ride. And for anyone who has not ridden one of these before, well then you are in for a treat, as of course as long as you are brave enough to ride, you'll be able to sit on a giant inwards facing arm that will then rock back and forth to a height of 60 feet and an angle of 240 degrees, all whilst you are spinning around non-stop. So yeah, this ride is pretty crazy, but also one which a trip to the park would be nowhere near complete without a ride on. If you are scared of heights then, skip to number 1, as for our number 2 spot, we have Zero G, and with it standing at a whopping 140 feet, making it the tallest ride at the park. Already I know some of you are like, no way Jose. However, it does not stop there, because as soon as you have made it to the tippy top of the tower, not only will you get an amazing view across the park and surrounding area, but you will then plummet back down to planet Earth in a matter of seconds, causing even the biggest of thrill seekers in the group to put their hands in the air. We have made it to the number 1 spot, and in my opinion for the best ride at the park, we have got no other than Kentucky Rumbler. And where do I begin when talking about this ride? As if I was going to talk about every great part, we would literally be here all day. Yet to start from the beginning, as soon as you see this ride's 100-foot tall wooden structure, you will instantly want to take a ride. And you should definitely do just that, as words literally cannot describe how amazing those 50 miles per hour wooden steel drops, bank turns, airtime hills, and so much more are. And so I think it is very easy to see why this is at our number 1 spot. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.